Hi, today I want to talk to you about student needs again, and I want to tell you a story from my teaching experience that will illustrate how student needs affect student behavior. So I was supervising student teachers in California, and I had a cooperating teacher named Dwight. Dwight taught fifth grade. He was a seasoned teacher, and he really knew what he was doing. One year, he got a new student in the middle of the year, a fifth grader, who was very disruptive. This student would throw chairs and act out and swear and hit kids and all kinds of stuff. But Dwight noticed that it was only happening during literacy. So during the reading lesson, he would act out. And so he took the child aside and he talked to him privately, and he found out a couple of things. And one thing that he found out was that this child, when he had been at a previous school, had been asked to stand up and read in front of the class, and he couldn't read very well, and the teacher made fun of him in front of the class. So this boy was terrified of reading in front of the class. And he was probably reading at about a first grade level, and this was a fifth grader. And so Dwight recognized that what this was, the reason for this behavior was fear of failure and feeling unsafe emotionally in the class. So Dwight did something really great. He said, okay, here's the deal. Couple things. First of all, I'm going to promise you that I won't call on you to read aloud in reading. So you can just sit there and relax and try to absorb, and I might call on other students, but I will not call on you. Number two, I'm going to work with you privately and try to help you learn to read. I'm going to get our reading specialist to work with you, and we're going to get your reading to be improved. And they said, and number three, no one makes fun of anyone in my class. It simply does not happen. And so the great part about this story with Dwight is that this boy's behavior changed. And it wasn't immediate, and he didn't become a perfect angel, but the big behaviors, the throwing chairs, the swearing, the hitting, it all stopped. Why? Because the boy felt safe. The boy felt like he was in a safe place and he wasn't going to be embarrassed by the teacher or by someone else. So this is a great story of how a seasoned teacher used student needs to make sure that his students behaved appropriately, but also to recognize that this wasn't about being naughty. This was real, or trying to get attention. This was about a child who was afraid and felt unsafe.